Hello dear students, welcome to the another lecture of applied mechanics. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about the problems based on law of parallelogram of forces. So in the previous lecture, we have seen the problem number 3. So I have given you this problem as your homework. I hope you have tried this problem at your home. So if some students are not, काही विद्यार्थ्यांना जमलं नसेल तर त्यांनी परत एकदा प्रोसिजर बघून घ्यायची आहे. आपण हा प्रॉब्लेम परत डीप मध्ये बघूया. ओके, सो लेट्स सी हियर. ॲज आय टोल्ड यू, ऑलवेज टोल्ड यू की कुठलाही प्रॉब्लेम दिला असेल तर तो नीट वाचायचा आहे, गिवन डेटा फाइंड आउट करायचा आहे. जर तुम्ही गिवन डेटा फाइंड आउट करू शकत असाल देन युअर 50% प्रॉब्लेम विल सॉल्व ऑटोमॅटिकली. रिमेनिंग 50% काय की अप्रोप्रिएट जे पण फॉर्म्युले आहेत ते तुम्हाला त्यामध्ये यूज करायचे आहेत. सो लेट्स सी हियर. टू फोर्सेस, दोन फोर्सेस दिलेले आहेत आपल्याला. वन इज द 50 न्यूटन अँड सेकंड इज द क्यू. म्हणजे एकाच फोर्सची व्हॅल्यू दिली आहे. सो हियर गिवन डेटा, right? See here your given data, P is equal to 50 Newton. This value is given to us. After that Q is not given to us. Then have a resultant of 200 Newton. So we have given a resultant. R is equal to 200 Newton दिलेला आहे. If the angle between the two forces is 45 degree, म्हणजे दोन फोर्सेस मधला अँगल दिलाय, theta is equal to 45 degree, right? Then find Q and the direction of the resultant. So here we have to find, काय फाइंड करायचं आहे आपल्याला, Q आणि डायरेक्शन ऑफ द रिझल्टंट म्हणजे अल्फा. So we have to find out the value of Q and alpha, in which direction resultant is applied. Okay, so this is the given data. Now you have to apply the formula for finding all these terms. So for that we know that the resultant of forces so we know the formula for find out the resultant of forces, that is nothing but P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos of theta, right? So see here, R is equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos of theta. So here you can put the value of P, value of Q and the value of theta. So let's see, the value of Q is not given, we have to find out this. The value of R is given, so we have to put what is given to us, that all given values here, and find out the value of Q. Now the value of R is nothing but the 200 is equal to under root of the value of P is nothing but the 50 square plus Q square plus 2 into 50 into Q cos of 45 degree, right? Now this all terms is in a under root. So for removing this under root we have to take a square on both sides. So here taken square on, taking square on both sides, taking square on both sides. So we have to take a square on both sides. Okay, so here 200 square is equal to under root of 50 square plus Q square plus 2 into 50 into Q cos of 45 degree, right? So here square. Now see, this square and this square root will get cancelled. So you will get the value like this. 200 square is equal to P, the value of P is given, that is 50 square plus Q square plus 2 into 50 q cos of 45. Okay, now 200 square is nothing but 40,000 is equal to 50 square is nothing but 2500 plus q square plus the value of all this term. This is nothing but the 0.707 and this is 100. So it is nothing but the 70.71 q, right? So after that, this 40,000 is shift towards the right side of equal to. So your term would be like this: q square plus 70.71 q plus 2500 is equal to 40000, right? So these terms take into the left side. Here the sign is positive. After going to the left side, it will be a negative. So q square plus 70.71 q plus 2500 minus 40000 is equal to 0, right? Now do the calculation, do the subtraction of that value. So your equation would be like this: minus 37500 is equal to 0. So this is your equation number 1. So you will get one equation here, right? So this is nothing but the quadratic equation. So you have to compare this equation with like this: ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So we have to compare this equation. So right here, equation 1 is a quadratic equation, in q form. Okay, hence solving the quadratic equation, hence solving the quadratic equation, right? So you can compare that equation from ax square plus bx plus c, right? So value of a is nothing but, here the value of a is a 1, value of b is a 70.71 and value of c is a 37500. So here value of a is a 1, value of b is 70.71 and value of c is a minus 37500. So by solving this equation, you can solve this equation directly by your calci. In your calci, just solve the equation. You will get the two values of q. Or you can solve this quadratic equation by using the formula, which b square plus minus 4ac under root b plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So just do the simple, take your calci, and in your calci there is a one equation. So equations, put this equation in that calci, you will get the value of q in two form, that is q1 is equal to 161.495 and q2 is equal to minus 323.20 Newton. So here you get the two value of q, one is the positive and one is the negative. So always you have to consider the positive value, negative value we cannot take. So this is the value of q. So here we have find out the value of q, that is nothing but the what? Forces, force, component of force, the value of q. Now this is the one term we have to find out. Then second thing, in the problem they are asked about the what? Direction also. So the second term we have to find out. To find the direction of r, we have to find out the direction of r here, right? So here alpha is equal to tan inverse of q sine theta divided by p plus q cos theta, right? So here we know the value of q and we know the value of theta, so put all this value here. The value of q is nothing but 161.495 multiplied by sine of 45 degree divided by value of p is nothing but 50 plus value of q 161.495 and cos of 45. So here tan inverse is equal tan inverse into this term 161.495 multiplied by sine 45 is nothing but the 114.194 divided by this value is nothing but the 164.194. So don't directly copy this all answers. You have to do all this calculation in your Calc. So you will get tan inverse is equal to 0.695, right? So after that, just take a Calc. In your Calc मध्ये tan म्हणून एक बटन असेल तिथं sin cos tan. So first press the shift button and after that press the tan button. So you will get the tan inverse. त्यानंतर एक ब्रॅकेट टाका आणि ब्रॅकेट मध्ये ही व्हॅल्यू टाका 0.695, right? So you will get the value of alpha, that is nothing but the 34.81 degree. So this is the value of alpha. Okay, so this is the value of your direction. This is the value of direction of resultant force. Okay, so here our problem number 3 is over. Let's see another problem. So problem number 4, read the problem carefully. What problem said to us? Find the angle between two equal forces P if their resultant is also equal to P. See here, problem is very short but complicated, right? This problem is in a one sentence or is in a one line, but it has not that much easy. जेवढे आपण पूर्वी प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व केले तेवढाही हा इझी नाही आहे. This problem is little bit difficult because here they are not given any angle, resultant not given, only what resultant is P and two forces are P. So see here, वास्तव problem feels like difficult, but it is not that much difficult. So see here, given data, first thing you have to do is to write down the given data. So what it said, two forces, find the angle between two equal forces. जे अँगल फाइंड करायचं आपल्याला टू इक्वल फोर्सेस, बट टू इक्वल फोर्सेस काय दिले? पी, म्हणजे आपला पी इज इक्वल टू काय? पी आहे आणि क्यू इज इक्वल टू पण काय आहे? पी आहे. मीन्स हियर पी इज इक्वल टू क्यू इज इक्वल टू पी, राइट? And after resultant is also equal to P, means R is equal to P. So here R is also is equal to P. So you can write P equal to Q equal to R equal to P, right? And what it said, to find, what we have to find? Angle. So here angle between the two forces, we have to find out alpha, we can say theta, right? So alpha, or we can say theta, angle between the two forces, right? That is the theta. So see here how we can find out it. Just take, we know the resultant of forces equation. So you can write, we know that the resultant of forces, right? We know that the resultant of forces, that is R is equal to under root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos of theta. Right. So this is the equation we know. Now see here, this is the r and here is the square root. So first remove this square root. For removing this square root, what we have to do? We have to taking square root on both sides. So take a square root on both sides. So here r square is equal to under root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta square. Here this square will cancel. So here r square is equal to p square plus q square plus 2pq cos of theta. Right. Now put all the values. R is nothing but the p. So p square is equal to, the value of p is p. The value of q is p. Value of p is a p. Value of q is a p. And cos theta, theta is not given. Right. So here p square is equal to 2 times p square. This p and this p, 1 plus 1 2, right? 2p square plus 2p square cos of theta, right? So now you can see here is p, here is p, here is p. So we can cancel this all p. How we can cancel? So here dividing p square on both sides. Right, so now divide the p square. So p square divided by p square is equal to 2p square divided by p square plus 2p square cos theta divided by p square. Here p square will get cancelled, p square will get cancelled, and p square will get cancelled. So you will get the value 1 is equal to 2 plus 2 cos theta. Right. So here shift this 2 towards the left side, or you can write this equation like this: 2 plus 2 cos theta is equal to 1. Right. So 2 cos theta is equal to 1 minus 2. After that, you can write like this: 2 cos theta is equal to 1 minus 2. So 2 cos theta is equal to minus 1. Then this 2 shift towards the left side, if it goes in a denominator. So here cos theta is equal to minus 1 divided by 2. So cos theta is nothing but the minus 0.5. So now you can find out the value of theta. How? Here is the cos. If it shift towards the right side, it will be a cos inverse. So theta is equal to cos inverse of 0.5. So now take your calc. In your calc, press the button shift and after that the cos. So that term is in a cos inverse. Then take a one bracket and put in that minus 0.5. So you will get the value of theta is nothing but the 120 degree. So this is the angle or the direction where the resultant forces is. So this angle between the two forces theta we have find out here, right? So this is the angle between the two forces, because in the previous we have find out the direction, means alpha, direction of the r. Alpha is nothing but direction of r, but the angle between two forces is means angle between, we have seen like this is p and this is q. So this is the theta, angle between these two forces. But when we are find out the resultant and this alpha is for the direction of resultant. So here they are asking us about the angle between two forces. So here we have find out the angle between two forces. Okay. After that, see the next problem on the law of parallelogram of machines. So here you can see or read the problem carefully. Okay. So what problem said to us? Find the magnitude of the two forces such that if they act at right angles, their resultant is under root 10 Newton, full stop. But if they act at 60 degree, their resultant is under root of 13 Newton. So once you have read the problem, then you have to find out the given data. So here two cases are given to us. To see what problem said to us, given data, find the magnitude of the two forces. Means we have to find the magnitude of both forces such that if they act at right angles, means first condition is right angle and the resultant is under root 10. So when the forces is in right angle, the resultant is under root 10. So here case 1, if theta is equal to 90 degree, then resultant is under root 10, right? And case 2, but if they act at 60 degree, their resultant is under root 13. So in case 2, if the theta is 60 degree, then resultant is under root 13 Newton. Okay, so see here, this is the given data, and what they are asking us, they are asking us about the find two forces. To find two forces, which forces? P is equal to how much and Q is equal to how much? Okay, so now we know that what we know, the resultant of force, right? We know that the resultant of force, that is nothing but R is equal to, right, under root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos of theta. This is formula we know, right? Here value of R we know, P and Q we have to find out, right? So we have two cases. So for case 1, what? R is given under root 10 and theta is given 90 degree. So put all the given value for case 1, that is nothing but under root 10 is equal to under root of P square, which is unknown, Q square, it is also unknown, 2PQ cos of 90 degree. Right. Now see here, this term is in a under root and here is also valued in a under root. So take a square on both sides to remove this square root. Okay. So your value would be like this, under root 10 bracket square is equal to under root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos of theta bracket square. Now this square root will get cancelled, this square root will get cancelled. So here 10 is equal to P square plus Q square plus here 90. Okay, 2PQ cos of 90. The value of cos of 90 is nothing but the 0, right? So 10 is equal to P square plus q square plus 2pq. Here 2pq multiplied by 0, that is the 0. So this value is 0. So you will get the equation like this: p square plus q square is equal to 10, right? So here this is your equation number 1. Give it a equation number 1. Okay. After that, your case 2. So take here case 2. What is the case 2? Theta is equal to 60 degree and r is equal to under root 13. So put this in a resultant of magnitude of forces. So that is r is equal to under root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos of theta, right? So you have to put the value in it. Okay, so put the value. R is nothing but under root 13 is equal to under root of p square plus q square plus twice pq cos of 60. Now on both sides it has a value is in a square root. So taking square on both sides, now see here your values would be like this. Bracket square. So after taking a square on both sides, this square and this square root will get cancelled, and this square root and this square will get cancelled. So your values like this: 13 is equal to p square plus q square plus 2pq cos of 60, right? So write down the value of this like 13 is equal to p square plus q square plus 2pq, and the value of 60 is a 0.6. So here 13 is equal to p square plus q square plus pq. Cos 2 multiplied by 0.5 is a 1. So this is your equation number 2. So now see here, in the first equation we have seen the value of p square plus q square is nothing but the 10. So that value we can put here. The value of p square and q square is a 10. So we can put that value here. So now putting the values of p square plus q square is equal to 10 in equation 2 from equation 1. We have taken that value from equation 1. Now see here 13 and the value of p square q square is equal to 10 plus pq, right? So 10 plus pq is equal to 30. We can write like this. Okay, after that pq is equal to 30 minus 10. So pq is nothing but the 20. Just see here. Okay, we have not, this is not a 30. We have done one mistake here. This is a 13. Okay, so your equation would be like pq is equal to 13 minus 3, 10. So pq is equal to 3 or you can write P is equal to 3 upon Q. So this is your equation number 3. Now put this value of P in equation 1. Put the value of P in equation 1. So what is equation 1? That is 10 is equal to P square plus Q square, right? So the value of P is nothing but 10 is equal to 3 upon Q square, Q bracket square plus Q square, right? After that you can see here 10 is equal to 9 upon Q square is equal to plus Q square. So here not any term means 1. So do the cross multiplication. 10 is equal to 9 plus Q raised to 4 divided by Q square. So you can write this term like this: 10 Q square is equal to 9 plus Q raised to 4, right? After that you can write this term like this: 9 plus Q raised to 4 minus 10 Q square is equal to 0. Then after that Q raised to 4 minus 10 Q square plus 9 is equal to 0. So you can write this term like this: Q4 minus 9Q square minus Q square plus 9 is equal to 0. So here you can write that term like Q raised to 4 minus 9Q square minus Q square plus 9 is equal to 0. Now take here Q square cancel the common, then here remaining the Q square minus 9, take here minus 1 common, then Q square minus 9 is equal to 0. So here Q square minus 9 common, and here Q square minus 1 is equal to 0. Then Q square is equal to 9 and or Q square is equal to 1. So Q is nothing but the 3 or Q is nothing but 1. Now put both value in the value of P or in equation 3. Now you can see here when Q is equal to 3, then value of P is nothing but 3 upon Q, means P is equal to 3 upon 3, means 1 Newton. And when the value of Q is 1, then P is equal to 3 upon Q, means 3 upon 1, means the value of P is a 3 Newton. So this is the value of P and value of Q. When the value of Q is 1, value of P is 3, and when the value of P is 1, value of Q is 3. So here our problem is completed. So in the next lecture we will see the another method. Okay, thank you.